Thank you.
So it's recording now. We are live.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. May I start? Just to
Not yet,
be
Doctor. There's no
okay. Just
attendees
give me a
yet.
hands up that I can start. Okay.
Sure,
Okay.
Doctor. Now we have one, two attendees, three,
I said 3 minutes. Okay. Okay.
five. Now it's still in counting. So we will wait for, I think, for 2 minutes or 3 minutes.
Just
The
let me know,
participant
please,
can join.
and then I can start.
Sure.
Sure, Doctor. Sure, Doctor.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. We will start the presentation at exactly 4:03. We will just wait for some participants to join. Thank you. Hi, Doctor Luciana.
Yes.
We can start the webinar now. Thank you,
Okay.
Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you. So, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Luciana, and I'm professor at the College of Health Science in Abu Dhabi University. And today, we are going to talk a little bit about what feels like working for academia, firm, and then you can go back and forth if you want. I'm assuming that you are going to graduate, and I believe that the best moment to talk about what you can do once you graduate is right now. You start from early stage. Okay, so this is why I just brought up this topic. So as learning outcome in general, you're going to consider a career pursuit, not only in academia, but also in pharmaceutical companies after graduate, which is not something that people talk much about. Of course, you have many possibilities once you graduate, but what are those possibilities? Knowing that once you finish your studies in a college, you can go to be as me a professor. You can be a professor. It's a given. It's just you take this for granted. But you can also go beyond that. You can go other places, and you can come back, and you can work even both places if you want. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. I'll walk you through that, and to see as what you want to be as a professional at an early stage of your studies. So now knowing that, you can focus on the things that are most important to you. You can focus more on, if you have an idea, you don't need to be sure, of course, but if you have an idea of, I think someone is speaking in the background, just please keep it mute. So if
Dr.
you have an
Luciana,
idea, yeah.
Just one second. Sorry for the interruption. Can you please turn on
No problem.
your camera is turned off?
Again, oh, sorry. So that,
Yeah.
I'll do it again. So can you see me?
Yes.
It did automatically. Okay, so let's go back. I hope everybody can see me. So then, as I was mentioning to you, what we can think about, like what can be the next steps once I graduate. I strongly recommend you not to think what you want to do with your life once you graduate. You know, there is a graduation, the next day you say, okay, where I go now? It doesn't work much that way. It will just stress you out. And the outcomes might be quite negative. So you have to think before. As you know, when you go to the high school, you start your first year, you have already an idea like, okay, either I want to stop when I'm done with high school or I want to go further. So the same way applies when you think about a career where we can go. Okay. The first thing I would like to bring up here is science. Now, science, it's a very, it might be even a cliche. I mean, you speak about science all the time, right? So you will hear science here and there, everywhere. So what is science? Science, I don't know if you're aware, but science is like you breathe. It's science. So science is any system of knowledge that is concerned with us, is concerned with the physical world that we live in. And it's just a bucket of knowledge where you look for the truth. So you start questioning yourself and everything surrounding you. Why is this happening? Is this the best thing I can have? Can anything else be better than what I have right now? And this applies for absolutely anything in life. So it's the basis of life. So our life is based on science. We have other things around. Yes, we have. It's not only science, but science is leading us to understand and to look for, to quest, to look for whatever you want, for for the whys, for the reasons, for the rationale, why this is happening, why are we here? So science is absolutely everything. Liking or not, science is really leading our lives from the moment we are born to the moment we die, and from generation to generation, science is there in different forms, but science is there. Okay, so why I'm talking about science? So what science has to do with pharmaceutical in academia, pharmaceutical companies in academia? So why I'm bringing this up right now, science. In both scenario, I can tell you that at least science empowers better healthcare. So I don't go beyond that, but there are things beyond that. But what do you want with science when you speak about the health system we have in place? I'm speaking in an international view. Okay, so when you speak about science is the base for pharmaceutical companies and also for the academia, for the universities. So this helps us, lead us to a better healthcare system, politics, and so on and so forth. Okay, so science is really, really important. Now, having said that, I would like to ask you, who likes science? Looks like I like, right? Okay, I'm not going to answer to that, but let's see who likes science. So then you have here Mentimeter, you see, please go to help me here, go to the www.menti.com, use this code 4977887, and just try to answer to this question, please. Do you like science? Yes, I do. Great. I have two who likes. I know it takes a little bit of time. I will just wait a little bit, okay? And if I'm going too fast, just let me know. I mean, you please write in the chat Ms. Maha, you let me know that I'm talking too fast, so I will slow down, okay?
Sure.
You don't be shy. You can also write, I know I don't, okay? It's fine. It's just pour your mind out there. Just let me know if you like science or not. Okay.
So everyone can go to their to the website www.menti.com and enter the code. The code is 4977887.
You can use your telephone, your iPad, your computer. I mean, any. Yeah. Okay. How many participants do we have? Can we wait a bit longer? Ah, okay, coming more here.
We have 20 participants so far.
Okay, good. So I want at least 20 there. 9, great. Okay, I can assume that at least half of the audience likes, or part of the audience likes science. That's something. Another one, another shot. Is anybody who doesn't like science there? Please let me know. Oh my dear, I got one. No, I don't. Okay, good. Anyone else wants to be as brave as this one, this person? That's very nice, because you know, by the end of the day, honesty is everything. So that's why I'm saying, just don't be shy. Just go there and just vote. Just give your opinion there.
For those who have just joined us now, please go to www.menti.com and use the code 4977887 so that you can answer the questions being asked in the webinar.
Exactly. I'll give another minute, okay? So you don't extend too long, and then we go further. We have more questions for you, and I think you love them. Not sure, we'll try to see if you like them. But you know, science, I really have to stop a little bit here, and we have to ponder, because as I told you, science is, for the ones who don't like science, it'll be hard, because whatever you do, like for instance, I give an example, okay? While you wait a bit this minute. Let's say that I want to be a medical doctor, okay? And well, I don't want science. What I want is, by the end of the day, to treat my patients. Good? Okay, fair enough. Now, if you want to treat your patient, and I assume that you want to treat your patient well, you need to know what is up to date. So if you, let's say that you are a cardiologist, okay? So you need to know what is top-notch technology you have there, out there, so you can offer to your patient. And if you cannot offer to your patient for whatever reason, that in our system there is no such tool or anything like that, you have to know that, for instance, there are trials, clinical trials over, I don't know, Switzerland, okay? And you can offer this to your patients. Say, look, we don't offer this service. We don't have this tool. We don't have this this kind of treatment here. However, there are places where you can get that. It works, for instance, with coronavirus. Now, who is into the field knows that, okay, in Brazil, we don't yet have this, the vaccine, but hey, if you have enough money, and is it possible? I don't know if it's possible, but look, you can go over there to Abu Dhabi and you get the shot. You have to wait another 3 weeks and then you get the second shot. So you have enough, if you have enough money and you can support yourself there, and this legally possible. So, okay, that's a possibility, you know? So then you let your patient choose. So now again, science. You don't need to go to do a master or PhD program. You don't need to have a degree on any master or PhD program to say, okay, I like science, I go for it, or I don't like, then it means that I don't go for a master or PhD. However, you have to use science as your tool, okay? So then, having said that, who else liked science or likes science? Let's see here what we got, okay? So, do you know this guy? So, do you think that Albert Einstein likes science or doesn't like science? Just click there in the thumbs up or down, okay? Or like it, right? So, yes, I told this story about his tongue like that. You see that his tongue is out, and it's a very famous photo, right? So I asked Ms. Maha, do you know why was he doing that? She said no, or she said something, I don't remember what, but the answer is he was very bored that day. So he was famous already. You know that he was German-born theoretical physicist. He developed the theory of relativity, among other things, and he was already famous. So at that time point, they asked him for another picture, another photo, and he said, "I'm so bored," and he wouldn't smile at all. And then they said, "Oh, please, just give us a smile." I said, "Okay, I'll give you something." Then he showed the tongues, and then they got him in his shot. And then it was famous. So yes, I think you are right. Albert Einstein definitely liked very much science, so much so that he went to do what he did, right? Now, and what about Jeff Bezos? I don't ask me who he is, you have to know. Let's see. Do you think he likes? Thumb down, no, he doesn't like. Okay. Three, no, one, yes. Don't be shy, just click there. Yeah. Okay, let's see. No, they are more leaning towards no than yes. Okay. Okay, now we are almost in a tie. You're in a tie for 4. Good. Let's see if someone just come and let's see the winner here, how it goes. Yes or not? Does he like science?
To participate in the poll, you have to go to menti.com. Please enter the code 4977887 so you will be able to participate in the poll. Please see the chat. The details are written over there. Thank you.
Thank you, Mara. Good. They are undecided people here, not sure, huh? 5-5. So I'll just give it a hint, okay? So Jeff Bezos is the CEO of Amazon. So what do you think? It was where I buy things for my kids. Almost every day, I like Amazon. And here is very good. The service is really good in in Abu Dhabi, in the UAE. Very, very good. So yes. Okay, the yes, he likes, okay? So for those who don't know him, yes, he likes it because he has also a degree in electrical engineering. Now, science, remember I gave you the example of a medical doctor. You don't need to have a degree, you don't need to be a master or a PhD or a postdoc for that matter in whatever field you think of to be considered as a researcher or as a scientist. Okay, you need to. You graduated. Once you remember, you know that. So before graduating, you need to have a capstone. You have to have your senior essay project, and means that you have to go there. This is for anything you do. So you have to research. So then, yes, he likes science. Now, let's go for the next one. Simon Helberg. Does he like science? Yes. Okay. Looks like he really likes. Look at him. What is that? A microscope? There, he's disassembling everything, right? And with a phone, which is quite old. Okay. Good. 5, thinks that 5 people think that he likes science, and the one thinks that he doesn't like science. Good. 2, not liking, 4 liking. Okay. And I cannot give a tip of what he is because otherwise I might answer to your question. Okay, good. 5 and 6 like. Okay, 1 no.
Doctor, someone in the chat is saying he's the one who introduced the Big Bang Theory.
Oh, please don't say that. Yes, he's right. Thank you. So yeah, he's an actor who plays as an engineer. It doesn't mean that he is a scientist. Okay, so not really. He might like, I don't know, but as for what he is, not really. Okay. Now, please let's look at Emily Calandrelli. What would you say about that? I think she's in Rio de Janeiro, by the way, there. She likes science, I think so. She looks like science. Who are answering? The kids? High schoolers? Yeah, it looks like you know her, right? Because they are answering very fast. That's what I'm saying. So 6, 7, 8, okay, 8 like her, good. 1, 8 said she likes science. 1 said she doesn't like science. 9 said she likes science. Okay, good, good. You can see them, the numbers are going up. Good. So let's see about her, right? Great. Yes, she likes, definitely, because she has an aerospace and mechanical engineering degree. She's the host of an executive producer of Exploration, Outer Space, and Emily's Wonder Lab. Yeah, she's all for science, starting with the little ones. And what about him? I don't want to say names here. I don't want to give names. I already gave lots of tips to you. So does he like science? Okay, 1 said yes, another said no, he doesn't. Okay, good. 2, yes. Okay, good. Good, we have a tie. Okay, now yes, thumbs up. Good. Okay, so, well, sorry to disappoint you guys, but sometimes what you see is not what you get. So I'm a lab coat model. I even don't know his name. So Raven Baxter, what do you think? Yes, she likes. Okay, 1, okay. Good. Good. Yes, you're right. She really likes it. She is a molecular biologist, but can you see her face? She looks like cool, right? She's also a rapper, and she's also a science communicator. She's really nice. Now, Neil Tyson, please. What do you think about Neil Tyson? Does he like science or not? Doesn't seem to me very happy though, so I don't know. Yes, he likes. No, he doesn't. Okay, tie again. 3, 3, 4. No, he doesn't. Good. Yes, okay, we go for it. Yes, he does like. He's a famous astrophysicist and a planetary scientist. Okay, he's all for science. Now, the nice girl, Audrey Duke, what do you think about her? She looks quite nice, right? And harmless. I mean, like not a, like a not big, strong, big person, like, So yes, she likes. Okay, most of you guys say that she likes science. Yes, do you know what she is? She's very nice. It's engineer. She's the engineer for the Department of Defense. So yes, she is tough. Okay. Last but not least, Sabrina. So what do you think about Sabrina Gonzalez Pasterski? Does she like science? Okay, we have a tie here. Yes, no. Let's see who gets. Okay, she likes. Well, now, For those who don't know her, yes, she likes science. She is a theoretical physicist, and she is considered to be the next Albert Einstein. She's that intelligent, okay? So now, next thing I would like to tell you is, ask you actually. So do you know what Arnold Schwarzenegger? Ms. Maha said that yes, she knew, but I'm not sure because I suppose that you guys are all young, and he is quite old. He's older than me. So now, what if you know him? I would like to ask you, what do Arnold Schwarzenegger has in common with the CEO of Roche, Severin Schwan, or the CEO of Apple, or the CEO of Alibaba, and Jack Ma, and all these people here, Novartis? What do they have in common? Now, can you just go there, please? And again, you know, www.mate.com. Use the code 4977887 and just answer to me. Just yeah, hardworking. Just type what you think that they have in common. So Arnold Schwarzenegger with all the others. I don't know. Great. Very determined. Yes. Go ahead. Let's see what we get. That's all. Motivational, smart, I don't know, they are actors. Oh, businessmen, correct? Okay. Okay, good. The smart got the most here. Good. What I would like to say is they are all graduates. They all, even Arnold Schwarzenegger, they all graduated in something, okay? And of course, this goes without saying they are bloody rich, sorry for the thing, but they are really well off, okay? So they are rich. Now, having said that, I cannot promise you that when you graduate, you'll get tons of money. I hope so, okay? But money is not everything, but education is. Money, I don't know how, first, I don't know how, we cannot promise, you cannot promise even yourselves if you are gonna make so much money as expected when you graduate from, I don't know what. Okay, but yes, you cannot control much. You know, you can work hard, you can be determined. The things you said just the last slide. Okay, you can do that. You can be focused, and this will help you to get money. You can invest well, yeah, like find the right thing to invest, get money. Now, it's not everything. Money is not everything, and education you can control. You can know exactly where you want to reach, and you can be determined to go into that path. So, if I want to you know, you can follow your dream, right? So you want to be a medical doctor, be it, you can be, you can. Don't know if you're gonna make lots of money in Brazil, you can't, but maybe somewhere else you can, but never think, I'm repeating here, never think about the money as much as something which will make you happy, to make you feel accomplished, okay? So this is what I'm trying to talk to you right now. I'm telling you that the career you choose can be X, Y. It can go in any direction you want. So I'm speaking about pharma. I didn't forget the topic, okay? So it's pharma and academia. Now you can choose. I want to go to academia. Okay, I want to, you know, I want to walk this path. I wanted to tread this way. I wanted to go to academia. No, I want to go pharma because you can. It's not very publicized. I mean, working on pharma, but you can be there. You just need to focus and remember that science goes anywhere you go, any career you choose. Now, good news is the career paths intertwine. Yes, you can work in both. You can work in academic pharma as collaborators, for instance. It happened to me. You can, at some point, maybe you need to decide, right? But maybe not. I mean, you can be as collaborators, for instance, you can work in both places. Nothing hinders you from that on yourself. If you don't want, of course, that's not going to happen. But if you want, it can happen. Okay. So now, Is all flowers and rainbow? Unfortunately not, because there are, I told you collaboration, right? So you have collaboration. You can do this collaboration between academia and between pharmaceutical companies, okay? You can do that. However, as much as it is known that we really need to work together, the disagreements are high and it's really frustrating. Why? Because they speak different languages, okay? It's like put an engineer is a medical doctor. I tell you because I work with both, and it's harsh. The one sees a six, the other sees a nine, and you might be in between, you know. So it might it might not end well if you don't know how to handle things. Now, it's already there. I'm not saying anything new, okay? So then, for instance, you can see here cell metabolism. It was just 2016, so 5 years ago. It's not an old thing. So pharma and academia, what we have here is a failure to communicate. It's not easy, the communication between pharma and academia. And as much as we know that they have to work together, and they do know that, is still the soft skills in communication is really lagging. It's really, it's not happening, okay? So this crosstalk is not working. Now, to help with that came a new thing, which we call translational medicine, is where I work with. So now, what is translational medicine? In pharma, specifically in pharma. So it's a new way to tie science from the laboratory to clinical practice. So to speed up the process from preclinical studies, I will stop a little bit here. It means that anything you work with before going to the humans, let's say I want to test a drug, a medication, right? So then I cannot go directly to the humans. I have to go one step back. So I first I need to try in the laboratory, in the lab. So I can try with whatever is possible and whatever is feasible and whatever is ethically correct, okay? So like can be animals, can be in vitro, can be cell culture, can be whatever it is, other than humans. So this is preclinical studies, okay? And to the development of diagnostic tools, pills, medications, the drugs, and the treatment that can have a positive outcome to the patient and to the community as a whole. Okay, so this is the translational medicine farm, what we're talking about. And it's a scientific discipline that bridges the gap between preclinical, what I just explained to you, and the clinical studies done in humans, okay? It allows us, this translational medicine, this new discipline, is a scientific discipline. You see that this in red here. Why? Because it's science again. Science you see many times in your life, throughout your journey in the university and beyond and after that, okay? So the translational medicine allows us to understand the likely behavior of experimental medicines in humans. And having said that, it also enables the cost-effective determination of medication safety and efficacy, toxicity. All this gets into the translation medicine as a discipline, okay? Don't be shocked, but if you think about, you know, in the X here, you have years, okay, of accomplishment, of accomplishing something. So we speak now about the drug discovery process. It takes some years. So from the discovery, the process of discovery until it is marketing, it takes about 15 to 16 years. So you might, this is why if you go to the website of Roche, for instance, okay, Novartis or AstraZeneca or Glaxo. So you'll see there that they have a pipeline. So they have some, they don't work with only one medication. True, Roche started with a syrup, which was not working, by the way, but they started with one product, but this back, you know, like really the first moment that they started. And once they got the know-how and they got the investors pumping money in, so they went to what we know now, it's a pipeline, which means that it's a lot of medications they try until they get something. Why? Because imagine if you work with only one medication for 16 years, and by the end of the day, I mean, by the end of the 16 years, you end up with nothing. It's a lot of money spent for absolutely nothing. So then, of course, they have many drugs on their pipeline. Okay, so you have discovery, preclinical, which lab, they work in the lab, as I mentioned before, or with animals testing. And then we have phases. Okay, now the phase 1 to phase 3, sometimes phase 4, which is not here, but we have also phase 4. We might have these phases. Means that it starts now. The testing start to be in humans. Okay, so from the discovery to preclinical studies, this is all done in the laboratory with, as I mentioned, culture, with some cells, isolated cells, or with animals, rats, or with mice, or so on and so forth. Okay, now once everything's done, is good, and everything's it's a green light to go, then you start phase 1. So as the phases they go further, more patients are recruited. We have more volunteers. So phase 1, 20 to 30 health volunteers, and then you have here to check for safety and the dosage of the medication that you are trying to put in the market. Okay, so then if everything goes well, okay, safe, the dosage, we found a good dosage which has an effect, what you want, and is good for people. Okay, now you go phase 2. Phase 2, you need more people, from 100 to 300 patients, volunteers, again, efficacy and now side effects. Let's see if this dosage that we found in the phase 1 is efficient, has efficacy, and if there is any side effect of that drug, okay, in that dosage. Of course, you can go back and forth, okay, but let's go on. Let's say that everything is fine. Now, phase 3, 1,000 to 2,500 patient volunteers, check long-run drug use. And here you can see that is a bar. The red bar is very long because it takes from 9 to, so from 9, 10, 3 years, about 3 years here. Okay, we spend with this phase 3. Then after all done, okay, it's good, safe. No, the toxicology was said that there is no toxic effect, no side effect, which is really harmful or anything. Everything is good. So then FDA review and approval. Now this takes us 2 to 3 years about. Then finally go to the market if the FDA approves. Now again, if the FDA approves, let's say that it happened with many medications. Okay, there are many medications happen that. Let's say that they are there in the market and you can buy it. Now the problem is sometimes when you start to give for the whole population now it's not only 1,500, 3,000 patients. Now there are millions there, and the side effects start. Then FDA takes back the medication and asks for a phase 4 trial, or just get out of if it's killing or it happened before. So then they just stop the marketing of the drug. Then you can see here what I was talking about. So you start, the drug discovery starts with a lot of medications, so it's like 10,000 compounds. Now this, from until the drug discovery, so then it's mostly the work of the crystallography experts here, chemists, they have chemistry here to develop the right compound. But then from there, when this takes 6 years or so, goes to the preclinical study. I mean, from the drug discovery to preclinical study. So you have a gap here, sort of all this about 6 years. It lasts for about 6-7 years. Okay, so from 10,000 to this drops to 250. Why? Because most of the compounds were no good. For whatever reason, bioavailability, or was not very well metabolized, or it was not easy to dissolve or to dilute, or you can imagine so many things can happen. Okay, clogs, or the lifespan is too short, or so there are many reasons why from 10,000 it drops to 250. Now, if this goes further, so when you start the clinical trials 1, 2, 3, these clinical trials last for about 7 years, and then from the 250 compounds, you drop to 5. Now, if you look at the FDA here, which will take also to approve these compounds, right? So 5 compounds you send to the FDA for review. One might one might be approved. It's not sure that it's going to be approved. So again, you see how long it takes. So academia and pharma collaboration is key to the success of drug development. And you can see many articles on that. No single pharmaceutical company or university has the necessary breadth and depth of expertise and resource. They need each other, okay? And this would, the translational medicine would come very much in hand if they could talk. You know, the cross talk would work well. Universities can benefit enormously from pharma, world-class expertise in many areas of science. You have access to cutting-edge technology and platforms, access to compounds and drugs that will give new clinical insights, excellent in vitro and in vivo pharmacology, a culture of teamwork, ability to set realistic goals and drive projects to conclusions on time and on budget. Why all this? Because pharma has the money. They have the budget. It's wonderful. I worked at Roche. I can tell you, I was shopping. It's no joke. I could go just cross the street underground. I would go across the street. We had, it was huge area only with shops. I could choose whatever I want, kits, whatever I wanted there, just on the spot. Okay, now you go to the university, academia, it takes time, you have to order, you know, but pharma, it's fantastic. Pharma also can benefit enormously from universities. Pharma views clinical development as a process, not a science. So the scientific background, who has? The university. Pharma physicians generally have limited specialist medical training. So where do you find this? In academia. Regulatory and market considerations drive clinical programs, not science. So you have to have a new collaborative model, so which builds on access to well-characterized patient populations with availability of outstanding academic positions and access to experimental medicine capabilities. So it is a mutual beneficial, what can I say? It is mutually beneficial for both of them. I mean, both can benefit from each other. So you have significant and long-term funding, pharma. You have research projects impact on drug discovery and development, decision-making, through cross-institutional collaboration. You have many people work for the same objective in many different fields. They work in the same project, which is good because you enrich your project. Government backing and the nationwide support that goes without saying. Outstanding experts from both industry and academia, especially academia, working together finally, and significant training opportunities in evolving discipline. And you can think about, for instance, translational medicine. Now, I am a true, I mean, I've been there. So I've been in academia since ever, but I also worked in a collaboration with this pharma company to develop a drug which is already in the market right now. It's aliskiren. It's the to treat hypertension. Is the first renin inhibitor in the market. It's there. You can go to the pharmacy drugstore and you find it. And that one started when I was in Germany. So I was working in academia. I was working as a postdoc, and then I went to. I got the opportunity to work in parallel with a pharmaceutical company. That time the name was Speedo, and they developed this renin inhibitor. Okay? So then I've been in many places. I am Brazilian. I introduced myself after, right? But I think I spoke so much about Brazil that I think you could figure out, right? So I'm Brazilian, but of course, I'm a professor in Brazil, but I worked also in Denmark as professor, and Yash in Romania as professor, Germany as postdoc, and also working with pharmaceutical companies. I think in Switzerland, I work as a scientist at Roche. So I'm saying that you can do that. You can work in both sides. You can do collaboration, and you can also work. You can maybe you need to at some point you might need to decide. But as far as collaboration goes, you can. So you can do whatever you want. You can do. Okay. And now I am at Abu Dhabi University. So I am an associate professor at the College of Health Sciences I mentioned to you in the beginning. And I don't like science. I don't like science. Maybe the dean is listening to me, and this goes Facebook, right? Okay, that's it. It's out there. I don't like science, but it never mind. You know why? Remember, I told you the story about the medical doctor who, if you don't know the top notch, the what is going on with in the world in your field, you are out of business. You are just a mediocre. Okay, sorry, but I'm not speaking about you. I speak in general for the people who don't think that. I mean, they think that the science is. I mean, just if I want to do PhD, I don't want to do PhD, so whatever. No, 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 no. It's not whatever. Science is what you breathe. It's everything. It's there. It's out there. You want to know things. You need to go through science. You want to be a good medical doctor. You have to know about science. You have the roundings every day. Every day you have to present to the interns, or you have to present to your boss in the hospital the case. There are case studies, there are roundings for that. You have to, nurses as well, you have to speak about your patient, what he or she has, and what you think the best treatment options would be there. So how do you say that? How do you explain yourself if you don't go with science? Okay, so then you have to. Now, ask yourself this question. Will this, what Luciana is telling me today, will this matter a year from now? So my answer to you to that is yes, absolutely, this matters. Okay, so now please take your time. The last thing I would like to ask you is go to www.ment.com, use the code 4977887, and please answer, where do you see yourself after you graduate? I hope I didn't spook you with the story of the 16 years gap between the beginning and to the end, like with the drug development. So I don't know, it's good enough. It's good enough. Okay, good. So working both. I don't know if people, I mean, when I was a graduate student, I wish I had got some info regarding pharmaceutical companies. I learned the hardest way that, yes, I could work on that. I could work with a pharmaceutical company, within a pharmaceutical company. I didn't know back then. And it would have paved my way in a better, a bit more smooth, you know? I would have not had to knock myself in the wall, my head in the wall so many times until I got my way. So I think this kind of talks, not from myself, from me, from myself, but I mean, if you have to expand your possibilities, and how you do that by knowing what is out there, and by knowing what is out there, not you know, in 40 years from now when you are graduating. No, you start before. You get an idea what you want to do with your life, even before you go to the university. So okay, I want to be this, so how do I do that to achieve that place? Where how do I go? So I think this kind of talks would have helped me a lot. But in 90s, we didn't really have computer. So I don't know about UAE, but Brazil was quite in depth with that. So then, of course, we didn't really have internet or any access to lots of information. But I learned the hardest way that, as I told you, yes, it matters. What I have said here, what I have heard here, my career perspectives, yes, it matters that I know about them now, and I don't wait until I graduate. Okay, so I would like to thank you very much for attending and for participating with the Mentimeter, and I'm open to questions if there is any. Okay, thank you. So I just
Doctor, one of our attendees is asking her name. His name is Tanzia. Is asking what will be your answer to the last question.
the cross talking, you mean?
Yeah, no, the last question in which he said that if you were a student, what would be your answer? Would you be working in both of the and the pharmaceutical company, or just the university? as a
Oh, I
teacher?
can see myself there. Ah, nice. Yeah, this is me. Don't bother about me. I would say both, and I tell you why. Okay, because it's more comfy, because it pays well. You know, pharmaceutical companies, they pay really well, and they are so different from each other. I mean, it's a new word. It's different. Everything is different. So, and I think once you graduate, you should try both. Why? Because then by the end of the day, you can choose like, okay, I want to work in both for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And then I'll make up my mind where I want best to stay, like an academia or in a pharmaceutical company. Now, in academia, for you to be a professor, you have to go a bit more, you know, you have to climb up the ladder in the sense that you have to go for master and PhD degree. If you want to go for a pharmaceutical company, you can start right away. So you can graduate and you can go. So what they have there, they have not only medical doctors, they have nurses, medical doctors, physicists, business people with MBA. Yeah, you have lots. Pharmacies, you have many different kinds of professionals there. So you don't need to get a master or a PhD. Actually, it's not indicated to wait that long to get a postdoc or so, and then you go to the pharma company. I mean, you should start right away. And this would give you also experience, a broader mind, you know, how you want to go in academia. Like you need time, right? Is that, I don't know, 2 years master, 4 years PhD, 6 years plus. So then maybe if you work in a pharmaceutical company, it gives us you time to develop that side, you know. Anything else I could maybe? Okay, I can see some here. So I think that about questions is just, yeah, I don't know what the audience, I mean, I don't know if they're all high schoolers or they are already the graduate, you know, undergraduates, but it doesn't matter. If you are a high schooler, just think, you have tests for that, your parents know, so think what you like the most. So I'm not sure I wanted to be I want to be a nun, you know, sister, yeah, that I wanted to, and then I wanted to be an architect. And then, you know, I was trying things. I worked on these things. I was constructing popular houses in Brazil. I worked for architects. So I said, okay, then I wanted to be an engineer. And then finally I decided to go for physical education, but I couldn't swim to go through. I didn't know. Now I learned, you know, I'm old, but I learned now. So I didn't know how, imagine a Brazilian who doesn't know how to swim. But yeah, what happened to me, that was that. So in order to pass the SATs, you need to swim. I didn't know. So I just gave up the idea. And then I thought, okay, what I like the most? I know I would like to be a nurse. That's what I want to do, you know? And then somebody's from South America. Hi, Lourdes. Good that you participated. Thank you. I'm reading a little bit while I'm speaking here, okay? So then I thought, okay, I want to be a nurse. And then I told my mom, I want to be a nurse. And she said, no way, you're going to be a medical doctor. I said, no way, I want to be a nurse. And she, why? I said, why? Because I want really to take care of the patients. I want to not to stay with the patient. I don't want to have 10 patients a day. And I want to have that patient in the hospital, and I bond with the patient, and I will help the patient that he or she gets better. I want to be that. I want to be there. Yeah, then yes, I got my degree in nursing from the best university in South America. Can possibly, it's federal universities. I come only from federal and state universities. They are the best, you know. So it's hard to get in, and so I got, and then I went to the hospital. I hated. So why? Because I was always suffering. I had HIV patients. They were passing away. it was very, very bad. And I thought, okay, not for me. So then I thought, okay, maybe I go somewhere else. Then after 6 months, I realized that, well, I cannot stay away from academia. I have to go back. I have to go back. So then I went and I did the master and I did the PhD. I could talk a lot about this, but I got the chase. Okay, so then I did my master and PhD, and then finally I got the opportunity to do the postdoc in Germany, and then from there on, I mean, first time I went to US, to the United States, and then I thought, okay, I want to go out. I want to go out. I mean, I love my country, but I want to go out. So then from there, so it was Germany, then Switzerland, and then Romania, Denmark, back in Germany, then Brazil. Now I'm here in Abu Dhabi. So yeah, this is my, so then go for it. Think what you want to do, see if it's feasible, okay? See if it's the mother of Michelle Obama, she said, well, Michelle didn't like anymore to be a lawyer, and the mother said, I don't care. First, before happiness, money. So then also talk to your parents and see what they think about that, okay?
Doctor, there's one question that says, have you ever worked in a rehabilitation center?
No, but you heard my story, no? I would have died there crying. I'm too soft, too mellow. Can't. No, I haven't, but it's really wonderful. So go for it. If your parents are okay with you, they know best, okay? They know best what is good for you. Talk to them and see what they have in mind. Sometimes we like dancing, but it's not gonna pay your bills by the end of the day. So might be something different you can do, like I did. Physical education. Thanks goodness I didn't go for that, because it's really badly paid in Brazil, and I would not be very happy as you age. I cannot do I cannot dance as well as I was dancing when I was teenager. Any other questions?
Yes, thank you, doctor. There is another question from Marco. The question is, the COVID-19 vaccine, such as that Pfizer, was developed in less than a year. How does this fit in this timeline?
It doesn't for any of them, but it was an emergency, and at emergencies like Ebola, like coronavirus, COVID-19, they can do that, okay? They can trespass, you can go, you can jump, skip some phases, it's fine. We cannot wait for that long. We cannot wait for 16 years of COVID. We really, like Zika, yes, exactly. So we cannot wait. So they did that. The first thing that they really have to there are two things that they had to pay attention, and I know that they did. So it's the safest, if it's safe, if it was safe, and side effects, so then once is okay, then of course they can release, but it's a lot of, behind is a lot of legalities on that. De nada. Obrigada. Thank you so much. Shukran. Anything else I can help you with? It was great having you. Thank you for participating, putting questions. I'm really happy that I could convey something to you. And I really do hope that you choose your path independently of what you choose, but of education. Okay, that's my education. And then just you fly high, because the sky is yours. Okay, thank you so much. Maha, anything that?
Yes, doctor, we are done. If anyone have any question, they can ask. They're all thanking you, doctor.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really, really, thank you. Take care. And if you need me, just I think they have my email, right? So then just you can email me, and we can talk further, or anything if you need something from me, any input or any insight. I'll be more than happy to talk to you.
Thank you, everyone. You can reach out to us from our website. And also, if you have any question, just send us an email. Thank you so much.
Yes, I can put in my email. Wait a second, just I can put my email. I'll put okay, just a second. I think we have just 1 minute. is luciana.campusbalta@adu.acAE, and I hope it's correct. Yes, it's done. Send. Can you see? Could you? Maha,
No, doctor, not
no.
yet.
Can you just then send, please?
Yes, just give me a second. I'll
Oh,
send.
yeah, because it doesn't work for me. And then just please, everybody, please just feel free. Okay, you have to share. Okay, good. Yes, thank you. There you go.
Okay, so stay tuned with us for our other webinars. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.